Hi, my name is Jenny. Welcome to my channel, JK Star A Reader. Today I'm doing a Friday Reads. That's right, it's a Friday Reads from me and have a stack of books beside me that I want to talk about. So let's get going. The first book I have to show you, it is The Lord of the Rings. It's the first part in the trilogy, and this one is The Fellowship of the Ring. I read about 50 pages, and this is my third or fourth try reading this book. I've tried reading this numerous times, and each time I will get to the 50-page mark, which is when Bilbo Baggins sets off on his new adventures, leaving his friends and family behind, and not letting them know where he is going, as he wants to keep the trip a secret. And so we'll see how many more hundreds of pages I will go reading this book, and hopefully I will get to the rest of the books in the trilogy fairly soon. Yeah, The Fellowship of the Ring, Part 1 of The Lord of the Rings by J.R.R. Tolkien. The next book I have to show you, it is The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. So I read about 200 pages over the weekend, and it took me a fairly short amount of time to get to that point, because usually it takes me a longer time to read than most books, and somehow the writing quality, it has a way of captivating the reader. There is a spellbinding quality to the writing, and I found myself on this journey with Addie LaRue as she leaves her small town in 1700s France and tries to find a life away from a small life she finds being trapped in. And so I will see how many more pages I will have to go. I guess it's 200 more pages to get to the end. And I do want to get to the rest of the book fairly soon. I have this feeling that perhaps Addie LaRue will have a happy ending. So we'll see where the story goes. Yeah, The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by B.E. Schwab. The next portion of this video will be a mini haul. There are 3 books from the library and 2 that I have recently added to my own collection. And so here goes. This next book, it is The Rebellious Tide by Eddy Boudel. So this book is set in Canada to start out with, in Quebec, in a small town. And this is a contemporary story about a young man leaving his small town and becoming a photographer on a luxury ship. And on this ship, he will try to also expand his horizon in terms of his sexuality. And so we'll see where the story takes him and whether he will find love. And so, The Rebellious Tide by Eddy Boudel. Next, I have another book, and this one is Home Remedies by Xuan, Juliana, Wang. So this is a book of short stories, and it is about the youth of China today, and where I guess the modern youth will be going in, as they how they see themselves, and what meaning they find in their lives as they try to make a mark in a society. And so I guess this is a fairly brief novel, and I believe it is read. I'm not sure if these are translated stories or not, but I do want to find out. And so yeah, Home Remedies by Xuan, Juliana, Wang. The next book I have, it is A Woman of Intelligence by Karin Tanabe. And so this is a book that I saw at the library, and I just had to borrow it at that time because I was looking around to see what I had missed. And apparently this is a novelist based in the U.S., and this is a historical fiction book. I have forgotten already what it is about, so here goes. It says, a Fifth Avenue address, parties at the plaza, 2 healthy sons, and the ideal husband. What looks like a perfect life for Cathriana Edgeworth is anything but. It's 1954, and the post-war American dream has become a nightmare. A born and bred New Yorker, Katharina is the daughter of immigrants, Ivy League educated, and speaks 4 languages. A single girl in 1940s Manhattan, she was a translator at the newly formed United Nations, devoting her days to her work and the promise of world peace, and her nights to cocktails and the promise of a good time. So, a historical fiction novel set in the 1940s, and it is about a young woman finding a place for herself in society at an interesting time in history. So, yeah, A Woman of Intelligence by Karin Tanabe. And 2 more books, and these are my new additions to my own collection. And so this one is The Weight of Blood by Tiffany D. Jackson. A bit of a horror novelist that I have not read before, and it is aimed at YA readers, I believe. I don't know too much about the book, but it seems it's based on something that happens in high school. That's pretty much all I know, and the cover, it's quite a little frightening, I guess. So, The Weight of Blood by Tiffany D. Jackson. And 1 more book, and this should be it. And this one is River Mumma by Zalika Reid-Benta. So, I read Zalika Reid-Benta's debut collection of short stories, The Flying Plantain. And so I found that to be an interesting read. And so that prompted me to get this new novel that has been recently released. And I can't wait to read what this is about. I guess there are magical, fantastical elements to this book, and it has to do with the Jamaican heritage that the author has. And so, yeah, River Mumma by Zalika Reid-Benta. So that's it for me for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Bye!